It's Friday, the 25th of May, 2018, and welcome to Navigating Your Day. In Jinshin Jitsu, safety interlock number 25 came into the universe meaning quietly regenerate. So if you're sitting, as I am now, and you slide the palms of your hands in underneath your bum, then where your sitting bones are, you'll feel them against the palm of your hand. That is where safety interlock number 25 is. So when we hold safety interlock number 25, then we quietly regenerate. We bring regenerative life energy back into the body. We calm down the nervous system. And when we calm the nervous system, then and that autonomic nervous system calms down, then we bring the sympathetic and the parasympathetic into harmony, and then the immune system and the endocrine system and the digestive system and all the other systems that are run automatically also come into harmony and they regenerate. So 25 is a 7, and 7 is about spirituality in a sense. It is about asking the big questions of life. It's about following your own path to truth. It's about the quest for truth, and it evokes a deep empathy for life. So 7 helps us to connect to the fact that we are all connected to one another, and we are connected to the earth, and we're connected to all animate and inanimate creatures and objects on this earth. We are all in this together. We are all part of that tapestry. We're all separate threads, but we're all part of the tapestry. And when you remove one thread or you damage a thread, then it affects the tapestry as a whole. So this quietly regenerative energy connects us to that part of ourselves which enables us to replenish and regenerate, that soul connection, if you want to put it that way. And it also helps us to connect to the energy that makes us want to help to regenerate others and our world at large. In order to do this, we do need to create time and space for ourselves. And so today there might be quite a drive for not being insulated or, aloof, but withdrawing. You might not want to be quite so extroverted today. You might want to be more introverted. You might be more quietly introspective. That doesn't mean necessarily miserable or depressed. It just means introspective. Now, 7 is a water number, but it's like the iceberg, What you see at the top is the small part, and the real big part is what's happening underneath the water and what's happening in the depths. So 7 is a number that helps us connect to the depths of our being, and it's from that point that we can regenerate and we can restore. So today would be a really good day for a quiet meditation, a walk in nature, or going to the beach, spending some time in a green space, spending some time with other living creatures like pets or, just the birds and the butterflies and the whatever it is that's happening in your garden. Because when we connect to that, then we connect to that energy of regeneration. There's going to be tension today potentially between the 7 and the 5 in the root of the life map, because we've got the 5 from May. And 5 is about connecting. 5 is about expanding. 5 is about going outwards, okay? 5 is about not being contained. So it does not mean that 5 is not about introspection and it can't be highly intuitive. It actually is. But 5 makes us very sensitive to external impressions. So this need that we may have to sort of cocoon and withdraw, together with this increased sensitivity of the 5, may make us feel overwhelmed, or actually make us want to be more aloof, or make us irritated with the fact that we are possibly surrounded by people at the office or at school or wherever it is that we have that. We also have this contrast between wanting to spend time alone and wanting to be with other people. So that can also create tension for you. So you need to manage both of those. So if you've got a hectic day that involves being with a lot of people, nothing wrong with that. Just create some space for yourself, even if it's 5 minutes in the bathroom, right? So that you can just actually take a deep breath and center and integrate. And if you hold your 25s at the same time, it will help to make that regeneration and that integration more seamless for you. Of course, we've got the 2 from 2018 as well, and that 2 is going to help us maintain the balance. It is also going to help us keep ourselves emotionally sustained and nurtured so that we can nurture and sustain those around us. There is and what's the word? Not a balance, too much, not too much. Skewed. The ratio of water to air in the root of the life map today is skewed in favor of water. So there's more of the water element, which means that we might find ourselves being more emotional and maybe less analytical, or that the emotions start sort of overwhelming the intellect today. And if we are people who tend to spend more time in our heads, we are going to try and push the emotion down, and we are going to try and rely on that analytical faculty. So just be aware of that. The hero today, just have to look, is a 5. So the 5 is about being able to adapt. Okay, so it's going to bring some balance to that excess water. It's being able to adapt to new situations. It's about being inventive. It's about being creative. It's about connecting deeply to what is intuitively best for you. It is about enjoying the adrenaline ride that is part of life, okay? The adrenaline rush, I suppose it is, it's about enjoying that adrenaline. It's about looking for adventure. It's about shaking up ideas and perceptions. And so we really have the ability to do that today, because we can draw on this energy of the Euro 5. And so if you find yourself being overwhelmed, the 5 likes nothing more than some physical activity. Well, there's probably lots of things it likes more, but the thing that's best for it is probably physical activity, because it helps to dissipate some of that excess nervous energy. Also, grounding would be good today, because there's very little earth in the life map, and that would be done with eating cooked food, proteins, root vegetables, making sure that you're well hydrated, and actually doing grounding practices, a grounding meditation, walking barefoot outside, working in a garden, in the earth, digging around in a flower pot or in a flower bed or in a vegetable patch. Actually making a connection with the earth helps to earth us today, and will help to earth some of that air energy. The villain of today is a 3. So when we have 3 in the villain position, then we have a tendency to be distracted and to lose our focus. So we might end up being very, very busy, but basically get very, very little done. So do know that you might be more inclined to, be on your phone, be on social media, spend hours on your emails, and then not actually spend the time that you allocated on a particular project. So distraction could be the order of the day today. Do be aware of that, and try and stick to those boundaries and structures that you need to impose on yourself today in order to get what you need done. And if there are no boundaries, well, then, it doesn't matter. It's okay. So just know that today you may have the potential to be distracted. And if you don't get everything done, hey, there's always tomorrow. You can also hold your middle finger, because your middle finger is where we have safety energy lock number 25. The middle finger harmonizes the liver and gallbladder organ function energy. It harmonizes anger and disappointment and resentment. It helps us to detoxify from toxic perceptions, toxic emotions, and physical toxins as well. Hope you have an amazing Friday, and I'll speak to you again next week. Bye.